serving you the hottest and latest news updates in your radio dial.
This is DWBJ 106.8 Radioactive.
Broadcasting live at IP Tower, New Delhi, India.
This is DWBJ 106.8 Radioactive.
This station is a member of AROI, Association of Radio Operators in India. Time check, it's 2:40 in the afternoon, brought to you by KFC.
It's crispy finger licking good.
Good day, news enthusiasts! This is Radioactive, your gateway to those hot and burning issues. The #1 radio station that will give you the latest news and updates around the nation. This is Garcia
And April Joy Christine Gallego. Hear the news, know the news. Here is the rundown of the top stories at this hour.
Ancient Vedic scriptures unearthed in Punjabi, India.
3 Indian literature-inspired movies nominated in the 21st International Film Festival for Best Film category.
COVID administration imposes new curriculum for preparatory students. Learning the Sanskrit begins.
And an exclusive interview with the multi-awarded writer for short stories and novels, Ms. Sashi Deshpande.
We will be right back with more news after these few reminders.
Hey friends, I want to visit a South Asian country after this pandemic. Can you suggest one?
Wow! That's amazing! Try to visit India. There's a lot of things to explore.
Wait, what? India? Why India?
You know, Joan, India is a diverse country. They have the oldest literature in the world. Aside from visiting some Hindus churches, Muslims mosque, and Buddhist monasteries, you can also explore vast collections of the written literature. Some Indians can talk in English because they were once colonized by the British Empire. So, language barrier is not a sort of problem. I'm sure you want to put India in your bucket list.
Visit India, the incredible India, an advertisement from the National Ministry of Tourism, Government of India.
Time check. It's 2:43 in the afternoon of October 23, 2020. Once again, you are tuning into
DWBJ 106.8 Radioactive.
We are back for national news. Ancient Vedic scriptures unearthed in Punjabi, India. Jubilee Odon, please give us an update.
Indian archaeologists unearthed more than 200 Vedic scriptures dating back in the Iron Age of India, around 1500 to 1200 BCE in the northern part of India. The National Archaeology Institute said last Thursday, the relics found on the site are the sum of the oldest form of Veda, the Rig Veda, which are written in the Vedic Sanskrit, the oldest layer of Sanskrit literature and scriptures of Hinduism. The documents found include some of the Hindus' rituals, ceremonies, sacrifices, meditation, and philosophy. It is popularly known that the Vedic scriptures were orally passed by the Aryan invaders since the end of the Indus Valley civilization, and it was only written around the year of 1500 BCE. Vedas are the set of hymns and form the cornerstone for Aryan culture and is regarded as the most sacred of all literature. This breakthrough in the field of archaeology gives Hindus hope that there are still scriptures that are not yet discovered. The Hindus' gods and goddesses are grateful for this discovery. It means a lot to all of the Hindus worldwide, said Kamala Pujari, a local priest in the region of Punjabi. The site where the Vedic scriptures was found is a ruin of demolished church located 87 km northwest of the country. The institute have been researching for more than 25 years dated back in the year 1995. The scriptures will be displayed in the National Museum of India located at New Delhi once it finishes the process of preservation. This is Jubilee Odon reporting.
DWBJ 106.8 Radioactive.
For our international news, 3 Indian literature-inspired movies nominated in the 21st Mumbai International Film Festival for Best Film category. To give us an update, Krisha Villaruel.
3 well-known literatures of India are nominated for the 21st Mumbai International Film Festival with the theme The Life of Literature in the Perspective of a Movie. The awards night will happen this coming October 30, 2020 in the Wellington Club, Gentica, Mumbai. Leading the list of nominations are best film contenders, which are the Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, and Ramayana, which adapted from famous literary pieces in the country India. Mahabharata and Ramayana falls under the same category of epic film. Mahabharata is legendary and deductive story that tells the struggle for supremacy between two groups of cousins, the Kauravas and Pandavas. The movie shows the exposition on Dharma or the Indian code of conduct. Following on the list is the Ramayana, another epic film from the book of Valmiki that reflects Hindu values and forms of social organization. It also emphasizes the theory of karma, the ideals of wifehood, and feelings about caste, honor, and premises. Also included in the film nominees is the Bhagavad Gita, a film adaptation of written dialogue between the warrior Prince Arjuna and Krishna, who is also an earthly incarnation of the god Vishnu. According to Amir Khan, one of the most popular actors in Indian cinema, it is great pleasure to play the role of Ashwatthama in Mahabharata. This is his first time to become a lead role in an epic film. According to him, if I could only have the chance to meet the author Vyasa, which is also the one who wrote Bhagavad Gita, I'll praise him for such an incredible work, he added. Other contenders from different countries in the world will fight for the coveted titles in the said festival. The awarding will be broadcast live here on Radioactive at 9 o'clock in the evening. This is Krisha Villaruel reporting.
Thank you, Krisha. We will be right back after these reminders.
Hi, Ellen! Can I have a minute with you?
Oh, sure! What's that?
Do you know any epic poem around the globe? I just need to write a literary analysis.
Yes! Try to read Mahabharata. It's the longest epic poem written in the world. It became one of the foundations for the beliefs of Hindus. Just make sure do not forget to cite your references or else you'll commit plagiarism.
Plagiarism is a crime. A simple reminder from National Institute of Writers and Researchers. Time check. It's 2:46 in the afternoon. Once again, you are tuning in to
DWBJ 106.8 Radioactive.
We are back again for another national news. COVID administration imposes new curriculum for preparatory students. Learning the Sanskrit begins. Eddrilyn Alacon, please give us the detail.
Due to the decline of Indians using Sanskrit language, President Ramnath Kovind signed a new law to implement a new type of curriculum for preparatory students that aims to strengthen and teach the Sanskrit all over the country. House Bill 19147 amended to teach both written and oral Sanskrit language for students in grades 1 to 3. President Kovind signed the proposed law last Wednesday and will soon become effective after 15 days. Despite the controversies of the bill due to lack of preparedness of teachers and school administration, President Kovind defended the bill. He stated that when it comes to diversity, Sanskrit is as diverse as a language could be. Many scholars across the world believe that Sanskrit has the most logical arrangement of the alphabet and accurate grammar of all the languages known. It is a source for Vedas, Sastrams, Kavyams, and is the language of our own gods. There are also many great works written in Sanskrit. Despite of how great a language can be, it will be useless if there will be a decrease of people using and appreciating it over time. The government took an action to address the said problem by carefully making a plan and decided to make this proposal. After some months of preparation, at last, the bill has been approved by the Third Committee and Senate and was passed through the office of the President. It will come into effect on 5th of November 2020. According to the lawmakers who proposed the bill, it is for the students to be knowledgeable with the rich history that this language possesses and uses said language not only as a practice but also to appreciate its own beauty. It is also implemented as an initiative to preserve the rich culture and tradition of India. President Kovind added, "It is of the utmost value to a nation, a human group's soul to preserve its language and to make of it a strong and living cultural instrument. A nation, race, or people which loses its language cannot live its whole life or its real life."
Live at New Delhi, India, Eddrilyn Alarcon reporting.
DWBJ 106.8 Radioactive.
And now we have a live interview for India's multi-awarded writer, Mrs. Shashi Deshpande. Angelica, Arevalo, how's it going?
In the fast-pacing world of literature, different countries influences the transition of the content of every writer and author of the medieval and modern period. One of the greatest influences that can be traced is the English language. Today, we have a very special guest. She's one of the most eminent novelists in contemporary Indian literature in English. She's born in southern India and educated in Bombay and Bangalore. She published her first collection of short stories in 1978 and won several awards for her outstanding literary works. This year, she was nominated and won the Sahitya Academy Award for her very first novel, that written in English, The Long Silence. Without further ado, please welcome Mrs. Shashi Deshpande. Good morning, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have an interview with you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually working with something right now.
Oh, I see. We will be looking forward to that. For today, we have prepared few questions for you regarding the emergence of Indian literature in the medieval and modern period. Of course, your novel, The Long Silence as well.
Okay, go ahead.
As we all know, Indian literature is comprised of different vernacular languages that is being used in their literature. As time goes by, many countries influence its language and culture, resulting to emerging literature in different languages. English is one of those languages influenced the Indian literature. For my question, what do you think is the impact of the English language in the development of Indian literature, considering that your novel, The Long Silence, is written in English?
Since we were under the British Crown way back in the 18th century, we cannot deny the fact that a lot of us were greatly influenced and educated in English. Hence, the language became a part of our daily lives, whether it may be in writing or speaking. I believe that English language have been beneficial to the Indian literature because Indian authors were able to extend and gather readers from all over the world. Indian literature that were written in English can now be read not only by people from India. In short, through the English language, we were able to find ways on how we can communicate with the people regardless of their nationality and promote our culture and traditions as well.
Thank you for the very informative insight, Mrs. Shashi. Moving on, since Sanskrit is considered to be the mother of all languages in our country, what can you say about the use of Sanskrit in the modern literature?
Sanskrit will always be a part of the Indian literature. Even though English language has been popularly used nowadays by our authors, Sanskrit would never be forgotten. Also, the use of Sanskrit in modern literature would be one way to continuously preserve the language and educate the younger generation.
Wow! You really deserve all of the titles and awards you've won. Indeed, the English language is one of the major breakthroughs in development of the Indian literature throughout the years. It is such an honor for me to interview you, ma'am. I know you're busy and all. Thank you for sparing us your time.
Thank you for having me as well.
We have heard a good insight from Mrs. Shashi. As a citizen, we should be aware of what's happening to our surroundings. We should welcome guests and visitors to our country and accept what they want to introduce to us. But we also shouldn't forget our true identity, language, belief, and culture. This is Angelica Arevalo, live here at the studio, reporting.
DWBJ 106.8 Radioactive.
for the recap of today's hottest news.
Ancient Vedic scriptures unearthed in Punjabi, India.
3 Indian literature-inspired movies nominated in the 21st International Film Festival for Best Film category.
COVID administration imposes new curriculum for preparatory students. Learning the Sanskrit begins.
And an exclusive interview with the multi-awarded writer for short stories and novels, Ms. Sashi Deshpande.
And that's all of the updates for this day. I am Garcia.
And April Joy Christine Gallego.
This is DWBJ 106.8
Radioactive.
Hear the news, know the news.
This is your radio, serving you the hot and latest newscast. This is your radio, serving you the hot and latest newscast.